firing. Bet of 125,000 with his eights.
He's bet half the size of the pot just to see where he's at. And Benyamine has made the call with just king high and now hits two jacks to take the lead.
That's beautiful. And he's going to check it too.
Well, now a king comes off. So Benyamine hitting twice here. Now he's got kings and queens with a jack kicker. It is the best hand.
And he's going to bet $250,000.
Half the size of the pot. And Shawn staring him down, and David Benyamine laughing here. Looking pretty confident, I think.
Shawn the Cannon Buchanan from Canada. We've seen this kid play numerous times. He's a great player, and he makes the wrong call here, though. He's going to pay it off.
Indeed he does. So David Benyamine making a great value bet on the river there. Getting paid off and taking down that pot. And not often you see Shawn Buchanan making the wrong decision, Vince.
What impressive play by David Benyamine. And right now, David's good friend Bruno Fatusi is talking to our own Kara Scott.
I thought I had nobody here.
There's another Frenchman there on our final table, David Benyamine, a friend of yours as well, and you're here railing him. How's he doing?
It looks like he's okay. I mean, I always said that he's probably the best poker player I ever met in my life. But I've played a lot with him when he was playing at the Aviation Club of France. This guy is just like a genius. I'm serious. He's amazing. He's incredible.
Well, I agree with Bruno's assessment. I also think David Benyamine's an incredible poker player.
All right, back to the action here. Quick fold by Billy Baxter. But Eric Baldwin with just Jack 8 has raised to 240,000. David Williams now, though, with an ace-king.
Well, he knows Eric is a pretty solid player, so he's just going to call here. Doesn't re-raise with the ace-king. Wants to see a flop first before he commits any more chips.
Everyone else out. Two-way action. There's the flop. Deuce, deuce, 3.
Well, Eric going to make the continuation bet here with just a jack high. But David Williams not buying it, Vince. He's going to make the call with the ace-king. Just hoping Eric doesn't have a pair here. The 5 of diamonds comes off. Will Eric continue to fire? Nope, he's going to check.
Yeah, he's slowing down. Giving some respect to David Williams.
Now David's checking also. Both proceeding cautiously now, but now a king comes off.
David Williams striking lucky with the kings.
Well, Eric figures his jack 8 is no good. That's obvious. So he's going to try to make a move to win this pot. Trying to represent two kings. Unfortunately for him, David Williams has got him.
That's what I was supposed to have.
Even though that play didn't work, you have to admire the thought process of Eric Baldwin for making a bet on the river. Trying to represent that he had the kings.
So 29-year-old David Williams taking his first pot here tonight. Will he take this title? He's been into the final table 4 times on the World Poker Tour. Has not been successful yet. Maybe tonight will be his night. All right, the ante's going up to 15,000. Blinds now 16, 120,000. 5-handed poker. David Benyamine with a king 8.
He's right under the gun, yet he's going to raise it up here with the king 8 of clubs. 300,000.
The cannon goes away. Billy Baxter now with a little suited connector. 7-8 of spades.
It's one of those hands that as a poker player you like to see a flop with. Billy on the button, in position, with the suited connector. And Billy does like to see flops, so he makes the call.
Eric stinging from that last hand with just a king 9. Elects to fold. But David Williams with a pair of 6s here.
He's going to want to see a flop for sure with this hand, and he makes the call as well. So 3-way action here. Flop is queen 10-5 with 2 spades. David checks the 2 6s. Benyamine checks the king 8. Now it's around to Baxter. And even though right now he has the worst hand, he's got the best draw, so he's going to bet.
Yep, 600,000 into the Davids, and it's going to work.
They both fold. There you see Billy's wife, Julie, giving him a hand. And good job, honey. Keep it going.
We're coming back. Stay with us as 5 players remain here on the World Poker Tour.
Tonight's World Poker Tour brought to you by FullTiltPoker.net.
Going back to the World Championship continues. We are down to 5 players.
There you see our chip count. David Williams on top with 6.4 million. And with this graph, you see that David Williams, the only player that has above average chips, but everybody else has still got enough chips where they're going to be a force here at this final table.
To the felt we go. Eric Baldwin, only 27 years old. He quickly folds his hand, and now David Williams picks up an ace-king again.
Yeah, he's going to raise it up to 300,000 here.
Into the Parisian. David Benyamine, who quickly folds. The cannon going out.
Around to Billy Baxter in the big blind. He looks down at a king 10 offsuit. He's going to make the call. Right now, David Williams well out in front. It's ace-king versus king 10. Oh, and a king comes right on the flop. This could spell big trouble for the Hall of Famer.
Billy is checked. David betting 350.
Both players have flopped top pair, but David Williams has a bigger kicker. He's got the ace. Billy just has the 10.
This could be devastating. He's made this call.
You see David's mom, Shirley, sweating her son out.
Wow, an ace on the turn only makes it better for David Williams. Aces and kings.
This could be a break for Billy Baxter.
Yeah.
I say a break because he can now get away from his 2 kings.
And he quickly checks it.
In case David Williams bets here, which he's going to. 500,000 is the bet.
Uh-oh.
Well, Vince, Billy Baxter just not buying the fact that David Williams has got a hand. It can be 2 kings right here. And he is paying the price for it.
The Southerner going deeper into the quicksand. An ace on the river only makes things even worse.
Well, it makes it worse because the more aces that come up, the less likely you think your opponent's got one.
Billy does check it.
How much are you playing, Billy?
Oh, you got a ton.
This is a disaster for poor Billy.
Million.
And 1 million is the bet by David Williams. Well, Vince, if you're Billy Baxter, if you call on the turn where I think you could have got away from this hand, chances are you might call again on the river here. Well, Billy Baxter is getting out that $1 million worth of chips. And Vince, he is going to lose a lot of chips in this pot if he makes this call.
Oh, boy, he's spilling chips. This is a train wreck before our very eyes.
Well, he's going to make the call, and he's not going to like it as David Williams turns up the best hand possible. Aces full of kings. His mom Shirley going crazy here for him.
Yeah. Billy just didn't put him on that hand. Pays the piper. Absolutely sickened by that.
Well, Vince, David Williams has been known to bluff a lot in his lifetime. So Billy just thought he might not have a hand that good. And even Hall of Famers make bad decisions sometimes. It cost Billy Baxter right there.
David Williams sprinting way out in front with over 9 million in chips.
Well, there you see the stakes these guys are playing for. The winner taking home over $1.5 million. The runner-up also getting over $1 million. So a lot on the line for these guys besides a coveted WPT title.
Sure is. All right, to this hand we go. Billy getting out of the way in this one. Eric also folding. Now Williams. Not going to play an 8-7.
It's
around to the Battle of the Blinds, the Battle of the WPT champions.
David Benyamine with just a queen 3.
Look at this, Vince. He's raising this time. He limped in last time when he had King Jack.
Now the cannon with a queen 9 of spades says all in.
Goes right over the top, just like he knows David Benyamine doesn't have a hand, and he takes it down. What a nice play by Shawn Buchanan. And Vince, I'll tell you, this guy has just terrific poker instincts. He's a WPT champ. If he wins tonight, he'll be the WPT Player of the Year for Season 8. Really a terrific play to move all in there to take down that pot.
All right, action back on Benyamine. This time he's got a silly little 4-3, quickly folds. Shawn Buchanan also going out.
Over to Billy Baxter. He's got an ace-jack of spade on his short stack, and he's going to move all in here.
Yeah, he's going to push with it.
I don't blame him.
Eric Baldwin folds his hand, but David Williams down with the king 10 of hearts seems interested.
Well, Vince, he's interested because he got 9 million in chips. He can well afford to make this call of just over $1 million more.
This could be a great double up for Billy. He'd be out in front.
Well, you always want to take a Hall of Famer out of a tournament, Vince, if you're at a final table, but You'd hate to double them up.
All right, I'll call.
David with momentum. He's going to make the call.
Well, he's gambling here. And right now, Billy Baxter out in front. A good shot to double up right here. He's got the ace-jack of spade. David Williams with the king-10 of hearts.
And which way will the Poker Destiny flop? Let's take a look at the flop.
Oh, my God.
Oh! It's come ace, queen, jack. David Williams has flopped the best hand possible, the ace-high straight. But Billy Baxter has flopped top and bottom pair. He's got two pair with a backdoor flush draw. Billy Baxter needs help, otherwise he'll be out in 5th place.
What a flop. Let's go to the turn.
Well, Billy Baxter looking for an ace or a jack.
Not there.
6 of clubs comes off. We are down to the river card. The Poker Hall of Famer must catch an ace or a jack, or he'll be our 5th place finisher. Here comes the river card.
Can Billy hit here?
Nope. 3 of clubs comes off. Well, Vance, so many times in poker, when you make a bad play, bad luck follows. That's what happened to Billy Baxter here.
Yes, but always a Southern gentleman. Billy Baxter out, and right now he's going over to talk to Kara Scott, waiting for him on the rail.
Hi, Billy Baxter, unfortunately, just gone off of our final table here. You came in, you said you were going to play for first, and what an ugly upset for you there.
Well, you know, all you can do is you try to get it in with the best hand, and did that, but he hit what they call Broadway.
Yeah, he flopped it, and that's pretty rare to do.
Right. I actually flopped 2 pair, too, so it was, it'd have been a big pot if we'd have had some chips.
Yeah. Sorry to see, you know, a poker legend, a Hall of Famer, going home so early.
Well, you know, you just do what you can do.
Yeah.
Wasn't my day.
Well, you take it like you should. You're a pro. Thanks very much.
Well, that's going to do it for Poker Hall of Famer Billy Baxter. Tough luck tonight. Finishes in 5th place.
Oh, yeah, the good old boy Billy takes a bad old exit, picks up close to $250,000. We're coming back as 4 players remain at Bellagio in just a moment. Welcome back to the World Poker Tour. 4 players remain. And right now, David Williams way out in front on the chip lead.
Well, no doubt about that, Vince. He's got well over 10 million in chips. Everybody else sitting on about 3 million in chips. He is in a dominating position to take down his first WPT title. Let's see if he can do it.
All right, going to the felt. Action going to Eric Baldwin, 27-year-old poker pro out of Wisconsin, majored in psychology. And this time, he's got an attractive-looking ace-10.
Well, pretty good hand in a 4-handed poker game, so he's going to raise it to $275,000.
David Williams right behind with a queen-jack.
And he's capped his cards. Usually an indication the guy's going to play a pot. Look at this, Vince. He's not getting out calling chips. He's getting out raising chips. He's going to make it $900,000 to go.
The Parisian out. The cannon also. Back into Baldwin.
And Vince, when the chip leader comes over the top of you and you're just looking down at an ace-10, you're not liking it. And he does lay it down. So right there, David Williams playing Tarzan, king of the jungle. He's letting them all know I'm the chip leader. I'm in charge here. Don't mess with me.
And he was playing pretty tight solid in the beginning, and now he's opening up his game. He's got over 11 million in chips. Nicely done by David Williams, going after his first WPT title.
And look at this. Very next hand, he lays down an ace-high.
Now Benyamine also not going to play.
So it's a battle of the blinds here. WPT champ Shawn Buchanan's got the queen-4 clubs. He's going to limp in and make the call.
And Eric Baldwin with a simple jack-5 of diamonds. They'd be content to see the flop.
Well, Eric from Beaver Dam, Wisconsin, moving all in here with the jack-5.
He's pushing it with a mediocrity here.
Well, Vince, this is a position play. He knows when a guy limps in, unless he's specifically trapping you, he's never going to be able to call an all-in bet. That's exactly the case right there. So really a nice play by Eric Baldwin, recognizing the situation and taking advantage of it.
All right, and the blinds are going up to 80 and 160. As 4-handed poker at the Fontana Lounge continues. Action going to the cannon, who's squirming in his chair a little bit there. He didn't like getting pushed around, but this time he's got an ace-7. And he's going to raise with it. Makes it $375,000 to go. Baldwin this time with just an 8-7.